What's up guys, it's Nicole, also known as Nikki Vegan, and today I'm going to be showing you everything that I ate in a day as a vegan. I hope that it gives you some good meal ideas. I've got some really easy make-ahead recipes like what I did for my breakfast. I also got to go to Thrive Market and make my lunch on set, which was really cool, so I'm going to show you that recipe. And also my dinner was like the perfect, cozy, easy, but also delicious and very, very healthy meal that I really love. So I hope you guys are excited about these recipes, and let's get started. One of my biggest tips for eating healthy is to try to plan ahead. It doesn't always happen, but when you can, it makes such a big difference. So this is actually the night before, and I knew I was gonna have a busy morning, so I wanted to go ahead and pack a smoothie. So I just prepped the blender with some spinach, some kale, some leftover squash, which was pretty random, and then I took some ginger and a cara orange, which is like a sweet pink orange that are local and in season right now. Peeled that, put it in the blender with some water, and then I just popped this in the fridge, and that way in the morning all I have to do is blend it up and it would be ready for me to go. And that way I'm making a little bit of a healthier choice, because sometimes if I'm busy I'll just skip breakfast or I'll just have something that's not as healthy. So this was perfect, and it was really nice to wake up and know that this was there. I could have left this as is and had like a 10-second breakfast. It would have been awesome. But for some reason I was really craving blueberries, so I put blueberries in there from the freezer and then one date to sweeten it up a little bit. It turned this not so pretty color, but it tasted really, really good. Right now I'm waiting to get an Uber because it's raining and I'm parked really far away. Then I'm gonna load up all of my stuff. I've got pots and pans and my tripod and some ingredients and stuff like that, and I'm going to go over to Marina Del Rey, which is where Thrive Market is, and we're gonna start filming. Okay, so I just got to Thrive, and while I was driving, it was a really nice drive actually because it's raining, it's kind of cozy, but I was listening to an audiobook like halfway through, and I'm kind of re-listening to What I Know For Sure by Oprah, and if you haven't read that book, I will link it below because it's so good. But about halfway through, I turned it off and I started thinking about my intentions and why I'm here today and what I want to do, and that's a little tip that I have for you guys. Like if you're ever going into a meeting or you're about to meet someone that you're excited about but also kind of nervous, I think it's really good to have a little bit of quiet time where you turn off the radio, you're not listening to a podcast, and you just think about why you're there, and you kind of review your goals, and you also think about how you want to feel and be. So like, as cheesy as it sounds, I will sometimes say like, I will be friendly, I will be confident, I will be bold. I learned this from my friend Olivia, and she really helped me understand that even though it feels silly in the moment, just saying it out loud really helps you open up. And so I said, you know, I'm going to be open, I'm going to let my creativity flow, you know, and all these things. And it only takes a couple of minutes, but it really helps get your mind right, which makes going into these events so much easier. And especially if you're like nervous, like if it's a job interview or something, I really, really recommend it. So I'm gonna stop blabbering now because I gotta figure out a way to take all of this equipment inside and not get completely drenched, and wish me luck. So I went to Thrive for a couple of reasons on this day. The first one was so that I could film my lunch recipe in their studio kitchen, which was a really cool opportunity, and also so that I could see some of their new products because they've been updating their website a lot recently. So if you haven't been on in a while, definitely check out some of their new products, especially in the snack section, because their snack game is very strong right now. I'll list some of my favorite in the description box below if you guys want a little grocery list. But this is where I was going to be filming, and then after that we were going to do a little interview about Thrive Gives, because that's my favorite part of the company. Any company that's trying to do good in this world I think is awesome. So this is how I spent the next few hours. My office today is a little bit different. How cool is that? Okay, you guys, this is like my version of heaven. They have every single cute little accessory you could ever want or need. Oh, this is kind of what my kitchen is like. Nothing really matches. Everything's kind of random because a lot of it is for photos, but I kind of like it that way. Cute, cute. All these little bowls, every single shape and size you can need. Oh, I love this one. Okay, Okay, so this is my favorite. I told Lily that this is like my favorite product from Thrive, and she's like, oh, did you know we have flavored ones now? What are you doing to me? All right, I'm trying the naturally sweet one. This was the one that she said she likes. These are bigger too,
They're
so
huge.
you have some guacamole around. Now we're trying chili lime. Hey guys, I'm in the Thrive kitchen today and I'm going to be showing you how to make one of my favorite salads. This is a grilled romaine and it has some charred corn on top and some plantain chips with an avocado cream. It's one of my all-time favorite recipes and I actually made this about 2 years ago on my channel, but I know I have a lot of new subscribers here and I wanted to show you this recipe in particular because I think it's one of the standout ones and it's crazy unique. I feel like you don't usually see a whole head of lettuce going on a grill, so I'm going to show you how to do this because I think you're going to love it. So this is a salad that's actually really cool if you're gonna have guests over for any type of entertaining where you wanna have a nice salad that's really easy to make but also looks fancy. So what you're gonna do is you're actually gonna keep the bottom of the lettuce intact and you're just gonna use a sharp knife and cut it in half so it's actually still all the leaves are attached at the bottom. And then I like to season this with some taco seasoning. I'm using the organic taco seasoning from Thrive Market. You could also just do salt and pepper and chili powder if that's what you happen to have on hand, but you wanna sprinkle this generously with salt and pepper and taco seasoning, and then we're going to warm up a grill pan and we're actually going to grill the whole lettuce. Like I said, you may have recognized this recipe from a couple of years ago. Those of you who do, please comment below. Let me know that you are some OGers. That would be really cool to know that you're still here hanging out with me. But this is one of my favorite salads. It's my friend Hannah's favorite salad, and if you haven't tried it already, I'm going to list all of the measurements in the description box. But we're going to go ahead and grill this just for a minute or two. It's going to still be crunchy and crispy, but it has a totally different taste and texture, and there's something about that warm crunchiness that is really, really good in a salad. So my original recipe had hominy, but I didn't have that on this day, so I went ahead and used corn. You just want to grill it in the same exact grill pan just to kind of give it some flavor, or you can use hominy just from a can. Either one will work. And then I just make a salad dressing in a blender, or you can mash it with a fork, but you're just going to take some avocado, a little bit of agave, some fresh lime juice, and salt, and you're going to blend that together until it turns into this really nice avocado and lime cream sauce. And then to assemble, you just plate the romaine lettuce, and then I like to top it with the hominy or the charred corn. This has a really nice taste and texture because it's got that little bit of char on it, so it's caramelized and just extra flavorful. And then instead of adding croutons to the salad, I'm going to add some crunch with some plantain chips. And these are so good because in my opinion, they are the perfect thickness and the perfect amount of saltiness, so they have this really satisfying crunch and flavor that I think is really good as a snack, but it's also really good as kind of a twist on a crouton. So you kind of crumble that on top, and then I like to top this with a little bit of fresh lime juice. I like to usually use cilantro as well, and then lots of the avocado dressing. I forgot the cilantro on this day, but ordinarily that is part of the recipe, and don't skimp on it because it really brightens the flavor. This salad really is all about color and texture and flavors all working together. So the lettuce has that seasoning on it, that little bit of spice from the taco seasoning, and it's warm and crunchy. Then you've got that slight sweetness from the corn, and you've got the creamy tanginess from the avocado cream, and that salty crunchiness from the plantain. I just think it all works together really, really well. And if you're gonna serve it whole like this for your guests, make sure you serve it with a serrated knife so everyone can cut themselves a wedge, or you can serve wedges. I just think it's a really cool presentation. It's a little bit more dramatic and fun for something that is technically just a salad. But I do chop it up sometimes as well, and I kind of toss it with the dressing, and then I put the toppings on, and that's a really great way to serve it as well. But either way, it's a fun, flavorful, fresh salad that really brightens up the winter time, because I feel like it can be a little drab outside sometimes, and it's nice to have really summery, fresh flavors when you can. One step towards me. Perfect. That looks good, right? Hey guys, I'm here with Kristen. She is the mission manager here at Thrive, and one of my favorite parts about Thrive Market is the Thrive's Gives program, which basically allows people, well, I mean, why don't you tell them what Thrive's Gives is?
Sure. Thrive Gives started 4 years ago when we first became a company. So the Thrive Gives model is a one-for-one. So with every paid membership, which is $60 a year, we're able to give one away to a low-income family, a teacher, a student, or a veteran for free.
That's so cool. I love that Thrive is a company that is really focused on making sure that healthy food is for everyone, that it's accessible to everyone. I'm so passionate about healthy food, and it doesn't have to be complicated, it doesn't have to be stressful, and it doesn't have to be expensive. And I think having a company that literally will ship really good quality food to your door, even if you don't have a big grocery store, even in your town, I think that's really, really amazing. And I know that was kind of a cornerstone of
Absolutely.
what started Thrive, right?
Yeah, one of our founders, Ganar, he came from a really poor household, and he saw his mom having to make really hard choices to get healthy food. So our mission is to democratize access to healthy food and, get food to people that, live in food deserts. There's thousands and thousands of people that don't have access, and to get them good prices.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Very cool.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for everything that you do. I
Thanks
really,
so much.
really love this company.
Awesome.
And I love the plantain chips, as you guys are going to see very soon. Yes. Thank
Cool.
you.
Thank you.
And with that, we had lunch. I cleaned up the space with Lily, and it was a really great afternoon. On my way out, I noticed these boxes, which were from the employees. They were basically going through their closet and donating their unwanted or unneeded items to a charity called Big Sunday. So again, I left feeling really good knowing that this is a company that is really trying in so many ways to make a difference. So this was a really great afternoon, and I can't wait to do it again because it's a very cool place to make lunch. I'm not going to kid you.
So I'm sitting here updating my Instagram story. It's raining. It's actually really cozy and warm in my car. So I'm going to have a little snack right now. That's upside down. But I really love these core bars. I packed one of these with me, and they're really good. They've got really, really simple ingredients, and I find that they're like kind of filling, so it's a good snack. And yeah, so I always have these with me. And I like to update my Instagram stories after I've left the situation I'm in, because I try really hard to be present and to talk to the people and hang out with the people that I'm with in whatever situation I'm in. So I like to take photos and videos, but I still want to be present. So I'll just save them and upload them later. And it's kind of fun too, because it feels like you're kind of piecing together the memories that you just had. So I'm going to sit here, do this for like 5 minutes to show you some behind the scenes of this video, enjoy my snack. And since it's freezing and I still have tons of work to do later, I also got myself a coffee. It's about 2 p.m. right now, so this is kind of like a coffee and bar snack before I go back to work. All right, so I guess we can call this dinner part 1. I'm having a bowl of soup to start because right now I just made this whole batch. I'm recipe testing because I have a video coming out for this recipe. It's a really smooth and creamy carrot ginger soup. And I think by the time this video comes out, this recipe will already be out, so let me know if you guys have tried it. But I always do this just to make sure that I got all of the measurements right and that it's really easy to replicate at home, because I want you guys to be able to make it. And honestly, this is one of my favorite soups that I've ever made. It's just so delicious and creamy. I topped it with a little bit of cilantro and coconut milk. So this is gonna be like my appetizer while I make dinner. Yum! This was one of the most relaxing ways to end a busy day. I had been editing and recipe testing, but at this point I was just listening to music. I had the windows open a little bit. It was raining and it was kind of chilly, and this was a bright, vibrant,
easy meal to put together that kind of just really was a nice way to spend the evening. So I made a sweet potato, as you saw, and the sweet potato, I forget sometimes when you make a baked sweet potato how caramelly and gooey and delicious they get when you bake them. So I just sprinkled that with some sea salt, paired it with the green salad, and I just put some sun-dried tomatoes just right out of the jar on top, and that's a really great way to add a lot of flavor without actually having to do much, you know? And you can put that on a sandwich or on a salad, and it's really, really good. Love sun-dried tomatoes. Then I've got the cornbread crusted cauliflower, and then I just took some cilantro garlic hummus that I thinned out with water. I added a little salt and pepper to that, and I keep it in a Tupperware so I can use it for veggie bowls or for salads, and in this case kind of like a dip for the cauliflower. And look at that color. This was so delicious. The combination of flavors and textures and colors was really, really enjoyable, and like I said, it was perfect for a cozy rainy day. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed seeing what I eat in a day. I hope it was helpful and gave you some good meal inspiration. As always, make sure that you check out the description box below because they have all of the recipes that I mentioned in this video, as well as the Thrive Market code and also things like the audiobook and links to my Instagram and all that stuff. So check that out, and I will see you guys in a video very soon. Bye!